My name is Charles Rivers, and I started with T. Marzetti in 1964. Katherine Hill, she was a beautiful person. Katherine Hill taught me to be the best I can in making salad dressing.
She was an active lady. I mean, wow.
You would say, well, how do these taste? And she would taste them and go,
And she would taste something of mine and she would say,
they're cousins. They're not immediate family, but they're close.
Charlie, that's good, that's really good, but it can be better.
She was absolutely fearless.
And what I have heard is that she was a tremendous teacher, a great role model, a great coach.
She treated me like a mother.
And I've heard so many stories about, a certain mixer calling off work because he drank too much, and her showing up at his house and saying, no, you're going to work.
But also just an extremely kind person and a positive person that had sort of a magnetic personality that people really like to be around.
The only time she got mad was when you don't make her dressing right.
When I would start in the morning, she had already been there for several hours working already.
She was uncompromising, determined, driven, and a dreamer.
She told me, make it right or either don't make it at all.
There are some people that just have an outsized impact, and they form a thread of continuity in a company and in a culture.
She knew she had a talent and she wanted to share it.
And I think therein lies the power of somebody that's exceptional, and Katherine Hill in particular.
I feel like Miss Katherine was a living legend for us and for Marzetti.
I would always have Katherine in my heart. Always. Always.
And also, this jar of salad dressing is the creation of a 76-year-old woman named Katherine Hill. Hill's products have made the T. Marzetti Company a multi-million-dollar business. But how does she do it?
I ask him, the Holy Spirit, to direct me, help me to see, feel, and taste, and see it.
In 1932, Katherine was a 16-year-old girl who needed an education. And to pay for an education, she needed a job.
I asked God to give me a job, and I promised him that if he would give me a job, that I would do the very best that I could. I wouldn't fail him.
So at the age of 16, Katherine did the unthinkable. A young black girl in the 1930s, she borrowed streetcar fare to go to an unknown part of downtown to a church that she wasn't even sure existed. But she felt like God had given her a picture of this church in her mind. Well, that obedience would change Katherine's life because she found the church, but what she had no way of knowing was it was the home church of the Marzetti family, who at the time owned a restaurant in downtown Columbus. And after the service, one of the members of that family walked up to Katherine and offered her a job. Katherine took the job and lived up to her vow to God. Then came the day Mr. Scharfly asked her if she could come up with a coleslaw dressing for the dining room, one that would pour like syrup.
The only thing that I could say is that the Lord told me. He revealed it to me. You know what to do.
That recipe went from the Marzetti dining room to dining rooms around the world, and it's probably been used on yours. Marzetti coleslaw dressing is now the #1 selling coleslaw dressing in the world, and it was the beginning of a career for Katherine Hill. She earned her title, Senior Food Technologist. Today, the Marzetti Company manufactures hundreds of different kinds of salad dressings. Most of the dressings which come from this plant originated in Katherine's mind. But Katherine takes it all in stride. In fact, she is probably the only person who doesn't think what she does is special.
I do think that everyone has a gift, if that's what you call it. But if you give yourself to the Lord, it says, use me. Use me. We're here for some purpose. Use me. And be dedicated to that and believe it. Believe it.
I hope you all enjoyed hearing the reflections given by some of us here at T. Marzetti and Katherine Hill herself. If this is anyone's first time learning about Katherine, I hope you were just as inspired as I was when I first learned about her. My name is Josh Williams, and I'm a sales analyst here at T. Marzetti, where I also have the honor of serving as the chairman of Bridges, an African American employee resource group here at the company. To celebrate Black History Month, Bridges will be making a $5,000 contribution on behalf of T. Marzetti to Christ Memorial Missionary Baptist Church, honoring the legacy of our late and beloved Katherine Hill. This donation represents a special relationship between T. Marzetti and Christ Memorial that goes back many years, and we are honored to continue this tradition as we express our gratitude to Katherine. We thank Katherine for being a trailblazer, dressing the salads of millions. May her legacy live on to inspire millions more.